Friends open a time capsule. In the box are letters and pictures. Takumi and Naho overslept. She finds a letter, grabs it, and puts it in her bag. At school, the girl opens the letter and starts reading. It was from her from the future. It says there is a new student coming today, and he is immediately brought into the classroom. It was Naru's Kakeru. Naho from the future asked her to take care of him. After class, Murasaka Azusa calls her classmates to go for a walk. Suwa Hiroto calls the newcomer to go with them. Kakeru refuses at first, but then agrees. In a letter, the adult Naho warns not to take him along. The friends were having fun, and the boy fit right in. Azusa brought buns. In the evening, everyone went home. Naho wrote down the day's events in her diary. They were exactly the same as in the letter. Kakeru doesn't come to school for 2 weeks. Naho decides to see if there is anything about it in the letter. It says she will be asked to fill in for the picture tomorrow, and she will fall in love with Kakeru. The next day, she meets him at the soccer field. The guy's been cut from the team for truancies. He notices that Naho's foot hurts because of her tight shoes. The game starts and the girl is called to the field. She is asked to replace a player, and she wants to refuse because her foot hurts. However, the letter says that if she refuses, she will regret it. Naho decides to take the field, and thanks to her, the team wins. Kakeru gives Naho medical attention, bandages her leg wounds, then leaves. Naho realizes she's in love with a guy. An adult Hiroto with a small child in his arms brings flowers. He tells Naho that the flowers are for Kakeru. He is long gone. Naho rereads a letter from the future. It says that Kakeru will soon be gone. Hiroto calls Hajita Saku to go out for buns after school. Kakeru asks to go with them. He doesn't have bento either. Class is in session. Naho thinks about Kakeru all the time. After class, Azusa calls Naho to go shopping. Hiroto suggests Kakeru to see if he's really the best at soccer. Naho told him about it. Kakeru asks her to talk less. Hiroto's jacket button has come off. Naho volunteers to sew it on. The guy thanks her and asks her to come to the club when she's done. The girls cheered the guys on while they played soccer. At the end of the day, Hiroto suggests that Kakeru join the club and play for their team. Kakeru reluctantly agreed to join as a temporary player. Hiroto is happy. He thanked Naho for fixing his clothes. Her friends tell him that she also makes her own bento. Kakeru asks her to cook for him. The girl agrees, but the guy says he was joking. Naho is washing dishes at home and thinks about the guy's words. She really wants to cook lunch for him. In the letter, adult Naho asks to do it. Girl goes to the kitchen to cook. The parents are shocked at the amount of food. A happy Naho heads off to school. Mom assumes her daughter is in love. Kakeru greets Naho. The girl is embarrassed. She thinks about how to hand a bento. When her friends call Kakeru for buns, the girl doesn't dare to call him out. Later, she meets him in the school hallway. He notices that her bag is heavy and reaches out to help. The girl pulls him away. Kakeru doesn't understand why she's acting this way and leaves. Naho waits for Kakeru after class and apologizes. Kakeru offers to go home together. Naho is confused. This never happened in the letter. On the way, Kakeru asks where she lives, if she has a favorite activity. They sit down on a bench. Kakeru is very hungry. Naho asks where he's been for 2 weeks. He doesn't like the question, so he keeps silent, but then tells that his mom left this world on the day of the opening ceremony. Now the girl understands why the adult Naho warned not to take him with them that day. They walk home in silence. Naho decides to give Kakeru the bento. Kakeru says he's been dreaming about it. Naho promises to cook for him every day and wake him up in the morning. The adults Naho and Hiroto meet up with friends. The baby looks just like Naho. The message says that Kakeru left this world in the winter at the age of 17, but he could have been saved. Naho ponders how to get Kakeru to join the soccer team. It is mentioned in the message. Kakeru and Hiroto walk in. Hiroto informs them that Kakeru has become a member of the football club today. Naho is happy. The future is already changing. In the school hallway, Naho notices Ryo Yuta looking at Kakeru. She clearly likes him. In the evening, Naho reads in a letter that there will be shortened classes at school. Yuta will confess her love for Kakeru that day, and they will start dating. The next day, Kakeru asks Naho if she likes someone. She hesitates to tell the truth. He says he likes Yuta. The classmates argue over who will go out for drinks. The lot falls on Kakeru. From the window, friends see that Kakeru meets Yuta at the vending machine. The two of them hide behind the trees and talk about something. Kakeru arrives and tells them that Yuta confessed her love to him. He promised to answer her after school. Naho is jealous and doesn't know what to do. In class, it turns out that Kakeru forgot his pencil case. Naho read about it in the letter beforehand and took a spare set with her. Also adult, she asked to look under the eraser wrapper and make Kakeru aware of her feelings. There was a note there for her, but Naho was in a big hurry and ignored such an instruction. In the note, Kakeru asked if she was okay with him dating Yuta, but she read it too late. The girl is very upset. Hiroto guesses that she is in love with Kakeru. The adult friends read the letters from the time capsule. Kakeru's message doesn't say a word about his future. It's like he knew he wouldn't have won. Former classmates go to Kakeru's house to celebrate his birthday. Adult friends came to visit Kakeru's grandmother, whom the boy lived with after his mother passed away. This is their second time at her house. The friends are having fun. Kakeru is not with them. Now he spends all his time with Yuta. After vacation, Naho meets him near the school lockers. The boy asks why she didn't wake him up as usual. Naho reminds him that he has a girlfriend now, so she won't be calling him in the morning and making bento for him anymore. Kakeru thanks her for the past and leaves. Naho calls out to the guy and wants to tell him the truth about his feelings, but Yuta shows up and takes Kakeru away. Naho feels sad and regrets that she didn't dare to confess back then. In a letter from the future, an adult Naho tells her that Kakeru will call out to her during lunch and asks her not to avoid him. The next day she does meet Kakeru, but runs away. After this incident, she continues to avoid him without heeding the advice in the message. During school recess, Yuta runs past Naho and pushes her hard. The girl falls, and Kakeru demands that Yuta apologize. She gets very angry. She fights with Kakeru and runs away. Naho blames herself for the couple fighting because of her. Hiroto calms her down and tells her that Kakeru is upset because she keeps avoiding him. The girl thanks Hiroto and goes to chase after Kakeru. When she catches up with him, she tells him that it's her pleasure to make bento for him. Kakeru tells her that he wants to break up with Yuta because he likes someone else very much. Kakeru has been out of school for a week again. Now Naho knows it's because his mom has been gone for 49 days. She still believes she can help the boy. In a message, the adult Naho tells her that it will rain heavily and Kakeru will come to school without an umbrella, so she offers him just a handkerchief. This time Naho brought a towel with her, and the boy suggested that the two of them go home together after school. The letter said they would go as a group. Naho and Kakeru are walking in the park. He gives her a hairpin as a thank you for the delicious bento she cooked for him. Before he passed away, a guy sent a text message to his girlfriend. He asked who she gave the chocolate Valentine to. She wonders if he had time to read her reply then. Naho is cooking for her lover again. On the weekend, Kakeru calls her to go to the library together. Yuta and her friends see them. According to the message, the guy is supposed to take Naho to a festival to watch fireworks, but he doesn't do it for some reason. The girl has no choice but to invite him herself. Kakeru thought of going with his friends, but she insists that it should be just the two of them. He asks Hiroto if he's okay with it. Hiroto is always helping her out. He is very kind to her. He saved Naho when Yuta and her friends lured her and tried to take away a hairpin given to Kakeru. The girl is grateful to Hiroto for everything.